should you be forced to tip your food delivery person on your food delivery app, like Uber Eats? Well, that's the kind of nonsense that lawmakers are spending their time on. In New York City, City Councilman Sean Abreu introduced a bill to force you into tipping your food delivery person on their apps. So what they're doing is making sure that any food delivery app has a forced tipping option when you check out. So think about this for a second. New York City right now is a post-apocalyptic hell with people getting assaulted on the subway, migrants leaving poop in the streets and on people's brownstone, like literally poops when you walk out of your house. But instead of dealing with all that, they're dealing with this. The bill would force food delivery apps like Uber Eats to require a tip on your order. And it requires app makers to automatically add at least 10%, you can always go more, on your order, and then make you figure out how to remove it if you don't want a tip. They call these people the deliveristas. They say they're looking out for the deliveristas. It's like a Starbucks barista, but they're bringing your food delivery. Now, the city already, the reason they have to do this, it's a market perversion because they screwed up with the first market perversion. So what they did was they passed a law requiring these deliveristas to make a minimum of $19.56 per hour, $19.56, which is in turn a price hike that the delivery apps then passed on to the consumers because that increased their costs. It's not like, well, we saw the segment we just did about rising cost of food. So it's not like the restaurants or the apps themselves were making so much money that they had it to share with the deliveristas. They didn't. So they had to take it out of their bottom line. So then, since prices went up for the consumers, tips went down and it hurt the deliveristas. So the delivery service, they were not all of them suddenly making more. Their business was hurt. So they had to cut people's hours and they sort of had to pay them less. This is what happened. Here's Bloomberg reporting. To compensate for the added costs, Uber and DoorDash and Grubhub, they had to make changes to their apps. So they reduced the delivery guys' hours and limited their earning potential. So again, lawmakers perverted market forces by increasing wages